because it doesn't feel too special with the workshops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Maybe if players fought for the workshops a little bit more, but doesn't seem like that's how that map is played usually.
Alright, let's start the map draft. See if it's as boring as you say. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
But OLADUSHEK said earlier in chat, I think he thinks he only has a chance because these creative maps are in the map pool. Which means two things. He will pick them, and it means he thinks that the map pool has enough creative maps for him to win.
That's true. He's had a couple. He likes watery hybrid maps generally, so I wouldn't be surprised to see an Acre and maybe a hyper random from OLADUSHEK if that is allowed.
Well, it's an Acre. It is a Serengeti for Breeze, sticking to the comfort picks, the older, more traditional maps.
Let's see how. Oh, I know OLADUSHEK, man. I know him.
You said Acre and Hyperan, right?
Yep, I did.
Did you cast OLADUSHEK sets before this season?
In Deathmatch? I can't remember if I did last season. I've cast a lot of OLADUSHEK prior to finding Deathmatch as a game mode.
You
though.
did cast OLADUSHEK versus Nova not too long ago, says the beauty channel.
Well, yeah. That was this season, though, right?
Yeah, I asked about this season.
Oh, I thought you said before this season.
Oh, no. We start on Fez.
I cast that one.
Saw a fantastic Fez game in Division 1 on Sunday. It was kind of the most important game of the whole Sunday as well, deciding who goes to semis. And was definitely emphasis on if people want to watch back the weekend games, they should watch that one especially.
Fez is a funny map. Sometimes it plays out really in an interesting way, and sometimes it's just kind of like another one of those push down the middle maps. I can't decide if I like it or not yet.
I mean, I don't think there's push down on the middle maps. There's just push down the middle players and strategies that can sometimes ignore the map. I mean, there is those maps, but we tend not to try not to put them in the map pool.
Right.
And players still play it, especially in lower divisions. It also obviously works a lot more, and then if it's frosted, works a lot more. That players tend to play that way.
Yeah, I feel like some maps, even at the higher divisions, tend to be that too. Like Aftermath, I think I've seen a lot of even the higher groups just kind of push down the middle.
Aftermath shifted though, I feel. I always thought when I was playing most of my matches there was a siege map, but I've seen a lot more mobility on it recently. And honestly, the mobility sieves look better.
I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't be a mobility map, right? It's open. There are resources around.
Yeah, that's because we were relatively close, and I think some people over-invested into the workshops early and then got pushed to the middle. I mean, KD won it with Koreans.
Yeah.
I guess that speaks for the siege civs. Speaking of siege civs, quite some band. No Georgians this time, no Slavs, no Celts.
Pretty weak.
So Breeze, after Legend got so close...
Though.
After Legend got so close, Breeze is banning the Georgians now. This was posted after, so I imagine it was played after the last one. Yeah, indeed, they're totally weak, right? Gauss. I mean, there's Georgians and...
Yeah, there's some in there. Bengalis are in there.
Tatars, Turks, Bengalis, yeah. Ethiopians can't lose again. No, OLADUSHEK banning Gujaras. You gotta watch back game 1 of the last set, man.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and see it.
You don't need that much time for it. Kucharas either
I
wins
mean-
instantly or they don't win a lot of times.
On Sunburn, I've said all along, Gurjaras feel pretty good on Sunburn.
Yeah,
That's
if you
like
don't run into
their best,
Bohemians,
maybe their best
they're
map.
fine.
Although I've come around to them on Shoals a bit, going like Elephant Archers. I think that's not as bad as it could be.
Didn't they beat Dravidians on Shoals recently? On your stream?
They beat Bengalis on Shoals. Did they beat Dravidians too?
They beat Bengalis? No, that can't
Yeah.
be. That's an impossible
They
matchup for
did.
Dravidians, though.
The Bengali player went regular Battle Elephants, which the Elephant Archers from the Gurjaras kind of countered with their extra armor.
So it was Dravidians then. Dravidians get the
Bengalis
regular
get-
battle elephants. Bengalis have
So do-
great, fantastic, fully upgraded battle elephants. So
Well,
it was
not
Kucharas
regular
versus
by-
Dravidians then.
No, it was I'm thinking of Bengalis.
No, I'm sure it was Dravidians. Bengalis can't lose that match. I mean, as much as I like Kucharas, Bengalis don't lose to Kucharas.
Well, 100%. I know that the Gurjaras did beat the Bengalis. I don't know if there is a separate
Well,
game that you're
what set
thinking of
was
that
it?
was the Dravidians, but
Which division?
I think it was one of the I'm not going to remember now. I want to say one of the Division 2 sets I cast that one day, but I might be mistaken.
I didn't watch them, so that's definitely not the... I couldn't watch that day, so I didn't see them. So that's definitely not the game I was thinking of. But in Division 2, Kucharas beating Bengalis, that feels impossible. But
I've scrubbed the
I will
Dravidians
watch.
losing from my memory, I guess.
I think you're just making it up that it was Bengalis and it was actually Dravidians all the time. What do we think about these drafts, though?
I think
Very
the
early
Berbers
Khmer
were,
pick.
Like, yeah, picking the Malians. I mean, it's a lot of Shek draft, right? Malians and Franks way too high.
Franks, yeah, that's crazy too.
They would have been the Hindustanis if they were available, but
Oh,
thankfully they
no.
got banned out.
Oh no. I mean, I'm not sure Franks are much better against Breezes. Well, it can be good against Spanish and Mongols, Koreans. Well, against the first three picks of Breeze, actually, Franks are pretty good.
Yeah, letting him get the Berbers that late is criminal, though.
And Magyars
Magyars
too,
too,
right?
for
There's
that matter,
Fez
yeah.
and Runestones and Serengeti, so 3 great maps for Magyars. Magyars also have a lot of good hyper engines for them. Humans going through? What's missing? Not much good things. We might see a Way pick. Or a Dravidian pick.
Yeah,
They're
like,
open.
probably Teutons, Vietnamese, maybe Dravidians is as good as it's gonna get, I think. I don't know if... Well,
I want to see
these
Way.
aren't the worst maps for Dravidians. OLADUSHEK did pick the Way a lot last season.
I didn't win with them, right? Yeah, he's more
No,
reason
I
when
don't
he's
think
picking
so.
enemies.
Should be a double Spanish snipe here, or do you go something else if you're OLADUSHEK? Knock the Berbers off or something.
Yeah, on these maps I wouldn't necessarily snipe Spanish, but okay, players feel different. I think I might have even sniped Mongols for these maps.
Oh right, Shoals
Yeah, I
was
think I would have
banned
sniped
out.
Mongols.
We were talking about Shoals so long that I had assumed that it was in this map pool again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, why do you snipe the Spanish?
Yeah. I mean, hyper random, Acray, we just saw them. I guess they're fine, but yeah, I don't think they're that
Yeah, they're
impressive.
okay.
I think banning Mongols would have made more sense here. And I guess for Breeze, it's like, okay, the rest of the draft isn't really good for OLADUSHEK, so why not snipe the Spanish? They still have a good start and a strong stills. Because you don't necessarily need to snipe Malians, Franks, or Khmer. Maybe you could snipe Sicilians if you don't like to play against dungeons. But
Yeah, I actually think OLADUSHEK's last 3 civs are probably his best, which was the case in the last
Yep.
that I cast of his as well.
he's
But-
like me in sudden death, winning with all my last picks. But our drafts are very different.
Yeah,
I just picked the civs that I knew he would never pick and that I had prepared strategies for at the end. And I tried to pick away a bit at the start.
They didn't
Fez?
title any of these maps, huh? Any of these reps, rather.
I numbered them, I think, in the right order. Should I send you my numbered ones?
As long as you tell me what's next, it doesn't matter.
Well, you might accidentally see Silverstone concussed then, right?
Usually I'm pretty good about it, but maybe if you're worried about me cheating on the guesses.
Yeah, or you're already cheating on your memory, saying it wasn't Dravidians who lost to Gujarat, so do I trust you? Alright, what's your set prediction though? Maybe let's do set prediction first, right? We just saw Breeze being very strong. We saw Breeze being very strong a lot. But OLADUSHEK can always do something.
Quite good. Yeah. I think if Breeze plays it as slow as he was in that last set we just watched, I think OLADUSHEK maybe has a chance. I'm gonna say... Still think it's probably gonna be like 3-2 Breeze.
I'm going 4-1 Breeze then. I mean, that's what I want to go anyways. I think his draft is a lot better too, which helps the decision.
Yeah,
and he might play faster. I think he can play faster. Maybe he just played so slowly because he thought, well, Legend doesn't have a great late game, so I don't need to be hasty here.
Yeah, I don't know Breeze quite as well.
Legend usually rather wins early than late. As the set versus Legend was Nova showed, I think Legend was leading and almost killing Nova every game, but Nova came back every time. On Fez, we're gonna see Khmer versus Berbers.
I'm gonna say Franks versus Mongols. I think Mongols have been one of the best civs on this map throughout the tournament so far. They seem pretty tough to beat. And I think OLADUSHEK likes to play this as an RM map.
Yeah, I guess you could use Berbers and Hyper Enemy. Yeah, probably right about the Mongols. Just didn't consider the first pick at the start, I suppose. And I wanted to OLADUSHEK win with the Khmer. But OLADUSHEK is playing this as an RM map? But Mongols are for Breeze. Are Franks good in RM on it, or what's the reasoning behind that?
Franks are like the RM bait pick here, right, for OLADUSHEK? Usually he'd play Hindustanis here, I think. So since I believe he picked the Franks in supplement of them, I'm just choosing them here instead.
Ah, okay. I'm thinking of Franks as a kind of DMR bait pick. Because they used to be so good in the past when they had Red Migraine.
I see. Yeah, but Franks are like the OG RM Civ, right?
They're also the OG DM Civ.
Frank
Wars, all the Frank Wars people on Woobly. They're still playing Frank Wars on Woobly to this day. There's a DM community playing only Frank Wars on Woobly. It's still alive. I think last I checked, it was still alive. Yeah, it's like 20 people. They even had like Frank's Wars tournament like 2-3 years ago where DE players were going over on Woobly and clapping them. On Woobly without all the hotkeys.
Good for them.
I think Hydra and Favorite or someone went over there and won the tournament on Woobly. Alright, let's see who's correct. Wait, Braylard? Yeah. Okay, I guess I numbered them wrong. This says Outcrop. Outcrop isn't game 1, right? The timestamps were wrong this time. Last set it worked. But there's not supposed to be Outcrop.
There's no Outcrop. You sure you got the right Rex?
Oh, no, I got the wrong Rex. It somehow skips always in the channels or something. I downloaded one craft first as well of the one with Huggy. They're also not named though.
No. I downloaded the right Rex the first time, they just weren't named. Well, I'm actually disappointed in
There we
myself.
go.
I was wrong, but it was on my good old boy OLADUSHEK that I was wrong.
Easy playing more. Oh.
Nope.
Okay, let's see some camels.
You see some camels.
We're going to see some camels.
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready at 1 second. As we have Malians versus Mongols on Fez. A matchup that we've seen early in the season in Division 3 already. Where Hamza won with a full fish economy and only Firimba camels.
Oh, really? I was going to say I don't feel like Malians have done well on this map, but I'm forgetting that one,
Ever
I
since
guess.
then they haven't
I'm
done
ready.
great, I guess, but that one worked.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to OLADUSHEK versus Breeze. We're high up in Division 4. Breeze has looked fantastic. OLADUSHEK has looked great. Both players have done well so far. And now they're meeting. It's the Malians for OLADUSHEK in the yellow. Breeze starting out with his first pick as the purple Mongols. Hello, Lucky Comps.
Hello. I suppose Malians should theoretically do quite well against Mongols, right? If they just go pretty hard into the camels. I guess once like Mangadai and stuff come out, it's a little awkward, but early on I think the Malians can do damage.
Yeah, they should have a
OLADUSHEK
great window
wants to force the
early.
issue. This
Question
castle's
is-
crazy.
Well, I like it in this matchup, right? It's I also like that it's not straight down the middle, but a little bit to the side, so Breeze can't go straight against it.
I think he put it on cracked earth terrain, which is unfortunate. But
yeah, that's the equivalent to the hills, I guess. But that's way
Yeah.
harder to spot than a hill, so I think
True, yeah, that's true.
a lot fairer. He hasn't fought any value with the rush, though. Like, these castles make sense if you fight value with the rush. And Breeze's defense has been on point.
Yeah, nice little quick walls, little kind of half clump here from Breeze. Doing a good job of keeping his vills alive. Malians do have much better camels, and it's just pikemen for the Mongols, but Mangadai can start to come out now.
I like the Pikeman edition. Mongols run through their gold really quickly, so having something that doesn't cost gold can be nice for them. There is a market for OLADUSHEK, and has it been taken? Yes, it's been taken massively. I still had it off from free pros. Oh, trying to stop the castle. Will get sniped, maybe. All the wills should have been working on the castle. Okay, more wills are coming forward for OLADUSHEK. He really wants to pressure this Mongol player hard, which is the right choice in the matchup. OLADUSHEK actually lost 3 wills. Not only that, one villager that we saw, probably all on the forward, because I didn't see Breeze in space.
Yeah, the camel sniped one. I missed the third, but he will get the castle up. Mangadai, not the fastest producing unit in the world, so
But
there's only 6 of them on the field.
Get a few shots off on the castle. Little group 3 Mangadai starts sniping them down.
Each goes down for Breeze, though. Nice shot on the Bombard Cannons there, but quite a few Onagers have gone down. Mangudai are dying underneath castles as well. It's very messy for Breeze suddenly.
Bombard Cannon, 3 HP. Bombard Cannon keeps firing. The Siege Runner just trying to find value. Shoot at the Cavalier. I'm not sure we really need Cavalier just because there's some pikemen. I think just continue Camels. It's better against the Mangudai. But yeah. I mean, his pressure is good. Mongols are slow, and I really like the forward base here. OLADUSHEK trying to end the game fast. Siege Rams now out. I would like to see them go for the Bombard Cannons before the castle.
Yeah, I agree.
OLADUSHEK need to keep that castle up. Priest need to keep that castle up, but loses it.
All in on both sides. Very few villagers either way, but quite a few Ferrari siege onagers here for the Mongols.
OLADUSHEK needs to snipe the siege, kind of not fight the units. The siege onagers are the big threat here. One siege ram shouldn't do too much against two castles. OLADUSHEK can keep the position. This will be very hard to play for Breeze. He's out of gold now, only 17 Mangudai, 11 camels in the queue, and it's hard to get to the gold on the left side.
Yeah, I think OLADUSHEK's in a really good spot now. Breeze trying to expand to the right, but what's up there, right? A few tiles of gold, I suppose.
Some gold, yeah. The monks are going back and forth. Weren't properly passed onto the relics either. Not that is the necessary priority right now. I think staying alive is the name of the game for the Mongols. OLADUSHEK has no eco behind this. He's playing 1 TC all in. The TM! He has added a TC and like at least a TC on the gold instead of a mining camp, bro. He's added 2 mining camps on gold. No way, you can't play 1 TC all in. You can play all in DM, but you don't play 1 TC. You still just add like some. Mangudai still Mangudai. Oh, but it's only 8. Bombard cannons are going down.
Breeze just needs to slow this down a little bit, right? Has the better civ long term. He somehow has more eco. So sniping the Bombard cannons
I mean, he
nice.
did add TCs. So he has more eco, even though he lost the starting TC. Yeah, I mean, very interesting game 1.
I think last season for OLADUSHEK, it was all about how slow he started, right? I think he's done a really good job of quickening up, tightening up his opening builds. You can see it here.
Still has a farm next to his TC though. What the fuck
he
is
doesn't have any castles at home.
Yeah. He sold all the stone, right? He must have. It's everything forward.
Yeah, I guess so. He might run out of steam here. I'm concerned.
I think this is too all in.
He's in such a good position. If he just has a few more villagers behind this, I think he's all right. But
that's why you don't go 1 TC. Also, the Cavalier, like, they are so much more expensive than a camel if you spam Cavalier, and I guess you don't really notice it that much in RM, but it becomes really noticeable in DM if you're spamming Cavalier or camels.
Is Breeze an early resigner? There is a possibility he resigns here thinking he's dead when he's not.
Don't think so.
Nice. Yeah, I think he's alright. So much damage was done, but there's no staying power here with the eco behind this. He's got multiple mining camps on every single gold on the south. It's crazy. Not a single TC.
Could have been TCs. What happened to all the stone? I want to watch back what happened to all the stone. He must have sold everything. He's only 2 castles, right? And maybe lost 1.
Did he even lose 1?
I don't know, but he's making cap grabs against Mongols.
Yeah.
It's 18.
He's gonna get another castle here, but
is he? Yeah, he narrowly is, because there's no stone for Breeze. No, it hit. It didn't hit. It hit a villager. What happened to a trap shot? Okay, there it goes.
I think it hit one of the wall segments.
Yeah, Yeah, I guess 1
goes
second's a
down
good
anyway.
blocking. But he's completely out. Now he's selling stone. He didn't even have. No, he bought stone. He bought stone and adds the TC. No! He notices the push has failed. Oh boy.
Oh, OLADUSHEK. He's killing the
Now, was that
monastery.
confident or underconfident play?
I think that's underconfident. I think he thought he really needed to kill ASAP. Or he was out of it anyway.
But especially on this map, if you get the gold control, you can keep spamming, and that's what Hamza showed as well against Mongols. You can keep spamming Farinda camels for so long that Malians don't even... The problems, the part where Malians get problems in the late game comes much later than on runestones.
OLADUSHEK has to go to the shorefish now because he doesn't have food to even produce villagers out of these TCs.
With mills! He doesn't have stone for TCs. He's buying some stone TCs. Some gold TCs. I guess Priest still has no gold control.
Perfectly to end at 69 stone, so that's nice.
It's indeed nice.
Breeze still doesn't have any relics. Okay, he's getting some now. So I guess maybe there's still a world where he just runs out of gold, but... He's kind of stopped making vills too.
Yeah, true. 80. It feels a bit low. Still some camels for OLADUSHEK.
Yeah, running into the pikemen is not ideal though.
Oh, nice save at the castle.
Yep.
We'll keep that castle alive for now. Breeze is running low, really low on gold. He has one gold pile there with like 1,000 left. There's like 600. Okay, maybe that's enough to get onto gold, yeah. And he has a castle in the south now. And the OLADUSHEK still is
If only
so
OLADUSHEK had a castle down here. He just needed not to sell quite so much stone.
Yeah.
OLADUSHEK is trubbing the pikemen in the middle. Breeze is throwing quite a few gold units away underneath these castles, to be fair. And Mangudai numbers have dwindled down to almost nothing.
I feel like they've been almost nothing since a while, right? When there was the big push, it was also only like 5 or 8 Mangudai at most times.
He's not making anything. He's gonna dip below 100 population. What's going on? He's got so much, I guess, not the right resources in the bank.
No wood, right? Kind of not useful. Make us hard right now. No player has any resources in the bank, really. Yeah.
No. Well,
I guess
Breeze has at least a lot
for
of
camels, but
decent amount of stone. Like, he's got some res. OLADUSHEK, not so much. Full gold eco.
OLADUSHEK has 2/3 for army.
Keeps throwing these rams in, man.
Yeah, rams against all melee units isn't really it, right?
Oh, the Farimba camels and cavalier both rip through those rams.
And Beto.
Yeah, the Beto don't hurt either.
All his base towards the top now with these two monasteries. He is on gold down south. I feel like should be a priority for OLADUSHEK to shut that down. But he does know it. He sees a villager mining there.
Yeah, he had a mining camp on that gold once upon a time, so he should realize it's no longer there anyway.
Still 52 villagers for OLADUSHEK, so eventually Breeze should have this.
Yeah, he's running out of shorefish. But he's prioritized making more cav instead of more villagers. Yeah, I think Breeze does indeed have it from here, or should. Still tough though. He needs to find an actual military to win the game with. Feels like he should be able to. His eco balance feels good now as far as what's on each resource, so Just needs some
It's still a bit
siege,
awkward
more
though, right?
military,
Now
it's
he has
fine.
wood but no gold, so he still can't
Yeah,
make
true.
Mangudai really. And you want to first build your Mangudai siege mass, and then you want to spam Hussars. So first you want wood, gold, and then you want food with Mongols. And I feel like the order got all kinds of mixed up here due to OLADUSHEK's aggression.
OLADUSHEK has been buying food for a while. What are the prices? It's pretty good. I think Breeze might
What
want
is
to
it?
take advantage of that.
Oh.
I mean, it's not great. It's not amazing, but certainly
Yeah, he doesn't have
worthwhile.
that
He's still
much
buying food as well.
But to make Cavalier, I think you try to delay here, you try to get through eco behind it, no? And he's just stuck at 55 villagers. This feels like an OLADUSHEK RM game. I saw him play earlier today in AoE Leagues against Neos, and he dominated Neos with 55 villagers and a battle mass. But I don't think that's gonna happen in a deathmatch game.
I don't think it's gonna happen here, that's for sure. It was quite close to working, to be fair. If Breeze lost like one more castle to that push, maybe there was a chance, but
I want to
how
go
it
back
played
to the
out.
start and see what happened to the stone. He must have sold it all, right?
He must have sold it, yeah.
I didn't see so much selling of stone. Well, the market isn't up yet, so I guess we can jump there. He's making the forward castles, right? He gets the market up. The first thing he tells stone, it's 4,350 stone. He's making one castle forward. Wood. Oh, 2,000 stone sold there.
Ooh.
2,000! Who sells this much stone? There's still so much food and go, like many wood to sell as well. Could have sell wood? No, I mean, mans don't need wood.
And he bought Cavalier with him, right? Basically, like, I know he had other stuff in there, the bombard cannons and whatnot, but feels a little bad.
So many Cavalier that just aren't a good unit. He just went full camel and siege. Also some onagers maybe, not only bombard cannons. This would have totally worked. Without
Also,
even the
if he
need
just,
for
like,
selling the stone. He sells the rest of the stone as well. He sells another 1,600.
Yeah, if he didn't sell that and put that into TCs right there instead, I think he actually might win this game.
It's 16 TCs and then he's fine. Breeze was very damaged. Breeze had no Mangudai, right? 7 Mangudai here at this point. It's normally a death sentence for Mongols. Or he could have just made 2 more forward castles, right? And then he's completely pushing the whole base.
True, yeah. Man.
Either for the all-in or for the TCs, he needs to use the stone instead of selling it. That's the most muscles Maxi has ever had. He's over 1k muscles and over 2k elo. Maxi's living the life.
He's been saving up. I haven't seen him spending on the free-for-alls the last few weeks.
Yeah, true. He hasn't seen. He's only spent 1 or something. You're no longer 2k.
Oh,
what? You played
he lost
a 1v1.
it.
No. Why did you play? What do we do with the command now? Wait, you decayed?
Down. Ooh.
Oh, it's above 2k, right? It decays.
It does decay a bit. I don't know how fast it is.
You didn't, at least not knowingly. That with Maxi doesn't say too much. Maybe just doesn't notice it wasn't Empire. Didn't notice it wasn't Empire Wars when he played. You decayed to 1982? Wait, for real? So actually Maxi did lose and he's trying to cover it up. I see.
Maxi sleepwalks, but he plays Age of Empires.
I guess. I mean... most of his opponents probably feel like they're in a nightmare, so... makes sense.
I need to step away for just 1 second. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Alright, no problem. Oh, now Zapsan's soundtrack ran out and I closed mine. All above 1600 decay? Really? Oh yeah, I mean, I saw Zapsan having to play games because it decayed, right? But my elo does decay? I never noticed it was decaying. So Maxi, did you play games or did you really decay now? Or did you play it lost? I checked, I didn't play any only one ARM games recently. That decayed really fast. That's a very aggressive decay list, 25 points to decay. I didn't think it was decaying that quickly.
How long has he been at 2K for?
Not long, no? Wasn't it? It feels like 2 weeks. Well, you're back. I need to go. We're going to Runestones. Be right back.
Okay. I think it's been a while since I knew how decay worked. I think maybe they've changed it, but I think it only decays twice total. After 2 weeks, you lose a bunch of elo, and then after 4 weeks, you lose a bunch of elo, and then it stops. But I don't know how much elo it is each time. So maybe it's been 2 weeks and you just lost that chunk. Anyway. 25. Sounds roughly about right, I suppose. Why would they... that is stupid, though. Why would they even bother implementing a decay system if it's only like 50 elo total? That doesn't seem right. Alright, let me actually download the correct files while we have a minute. Okay, runestones. I need to tap back into my OLADUSHEK wisdom here and see if I can get on the same page as him again. He has pretty good sips for this, to be honest. Although, so does Breeze. Man, it's so tough. Breeze could go really Magyars, Berbers, or Koreans here and feel pretty good about it. Maybe you can just go Bohemians here as OLADUSHEK. They feel vaguely okay against those three.
That is Magias, right?
Yeah. But like...
And Shootens. But I guess
if you
that's
go
the hamster
Khmer,
picks.
then there's like Koreans here, which feels really bad. If you go... I mean, I think Franks just get destroyed by all those three civs. Vietnamese kind of get wrecked by Koreans as well. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, but Koreans must be for Akara, no? So I think you feel safe from them. Unless Priest pulls a Teuton out there.
You think? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Berbers should be okay there. I think Magyars are underrated on Acre a little bit, but maybe you're right. Koreans are probably the meta pick.
I think what would make the most sense is Sicilians versus Magyars. It's my guess.
I'm gonna say Bohemians against. I kind of do like the Koreans here. I feel like they're good against everything OLADUSHEK has for the most part for this map.
Okay. Let's see. I still think they're accurate. Oh. Guess your OLADUSHEK magic, your Breeze magic is better than your OLADUSHEK magic.
Okay.
Are you sure you have access to OLADUSHEK's mind? You seem to have pretty good tabs on Breeze's mind so far.
Yeah, maybe I've crossed my wires.
Timrad tries.
Jeez. Well, maybe this is an RM bait as well, or like the Arabia Civ, right?
Maybe a try against Berbers. I don't know what else they are. I would prefer them on the further out map at least. It's very risky. But I guess you'll survive the start against Koreans. I'm at 5 seconds.
Okay, I am as well.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to game number 2. OLADUSHEK on the Khmer. Can he survive the rocket cards of Breeze? My prediction is no.
Yeah, I don't know how you possibly can. They want to go elephants, right? Koreans are kind of, with the exception maybe Tatars, the best anti-elephant civ I can think of. The rocket cards do very well. You can spam out Halb or maybe Fire Lancers, as Breeze seems to be queuing some of those. I don't know how
actually,
Fire Lancers
Diem are
do.
using Fire Lancers? I guess it's useful against the Hussar that it shoots once, but I mean, do those 9 taken off HP really do anything? It doesn't. OLADUSHEK gets a kill. Oh well, that was a good shot of the Fire Lancer though. That hit.
I still don't know enough about these Fire Lancers, really. Even in RM, they're just kind of like a cheese pick, right? Where they are inside siege towers and whatnot. So I'm not quite sure what fights they all win and what they don't.
I just always feel that, at least for DM, that they're shit because their bonus damage is crap. And I never really understand why you make them. Because normally I know what I make pikes against and halves against, and that's because for the bonus damage, and the Fire Lancers don't have that. And if it's against other infantry, I make champions, and then they're also better than Fire Lancers. So I don't understand the unit.
OLADUSHEK going aggressive again. Another forward castle siege workshop. So maybe this is his overall strategy against Breeze.
Yeah, I think he wants to punish him early because Breeze is playing defensive, and maybe he watched the set against the Breeze Legend set that we just saw.
I mean, it's another rough Civ matchup, I think, if things don't go quickly for OLADUSHEK.
It's
so
way
I don't mind it again.
It's Morgans is completely okay compared to this one. So yeah, you do really need the aggression here early, and you need to split your elephants. They're all in one bunch here, and that's the danger against rocket cards.
Yeah, the Scorpions, so good against the Halb, but they should get absolutely rinsed by the rocket cards as well. I just don't know if it's fast enough, you know? Is it better to go forward castle or to build the castle at home and send the trebs forward? Does it matter that much to your... I mean, the positioning of the castle, obviously.
I would not argue for traps here at all. I would also argue against the forward castles. I would argue for you try to send your elephants around from both sides, and then you add siege workshops on both sides, and you try to play side pushes and with an early Hussar farm addition to keep the Koreans going left to right and never getting out of their base. And then you can add some castles with it, but a bit further away, I prefer.
Yeah.
This is very like an LSD push, what he's doing. And LSD managed to stay in Division 6, or 7, but this is Division 4, so maybe you shouldn't go for one.
Boy, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be real rough. Yeah, it's not the best shots in the world, but I think it's good enough.
There was some nice splits for OLADUSHEK. It's still so expensive with these elephants. And once again, OLADUSHEK is not adding any TCs. He's also... What is it? Why is OLADUSHEK... What?
When
Will you
was
do this all
played?
series? Not at a single tier town center?
Was this played a while ago? Was this before like the set I cast? Well, half of it.
Yeah, that was... Yeah. That, yes, but it wasn't played that long ago.
Man, that's tough. I feel like OLADUSHEK was doing so well keeping his eco going behind in the games I've seen from him, and that's just not been his approach at all here.
No, what are these one TC? They make... I mean, yeah, okay. The matchup feels hard. But you can play this with eco and raids and side pushes with rams. Like, you still have mobile save. You play a lot of Hussar ram here. Greens don't have really clear answers to that.
Yeah, I feel like the super early forward castles is just so tough because your opponent's always going to have like Trebs out first, right? So to actually trying to win the castle war is going to be pretty much impossible unless you're super dunking on them on the ground. So
this was played on the 18th. The set that we played saw previously was played on the 15th. I mean, the two resets. And he finished the set on like a week, 5 days later. Played against Legend, then 4 days later, and against Nova 5 days later. It all happened in the same week.
Yeah.
Just feels like the approaches were different because he was confident, I guess, against Nova, but not confident against Breeze, which feels weird because Nova and Breeze are not that far apart in skill, I would say.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he did see the previous set and
even in the first two games that were in December,
aggression.
he played a lot better against Nova, right? He dominated those as well. He played a lot better against Nova than he played against Breeze. And I wouldn't have said that, like, I would have said Nova is the favorite in this division. Breeze maybe is also really strong, but maybe second favorite. But I'm not sure why you're afraid of Breeze, but you're not afraid of Nova. That doesn't make too much sense in my head. They're pretty similar in DM skill level. Nova is crazier. Breeze is more calm, cool, collected, controlled gameplay. But like, as you said earlier, right? OLADUSHEK with the macro he showed against Nova should have had a chance against Breeze's more defensive playstyle as well. So not sure why he's all in.
Yeah, and I feel like OLADUSHEK's strength is usually his like late game, right? He's a super strong player, just not super experienced in DM. So usually he kind of wins off of a better mid to late game macro micro. So I don't know. It's confusing to me.
Yeah. So it just feels like everybody's afraid of Breeze, which is an interesting turnaround because Breeze since had a lot of rough seasons and now he's smashing everybody. That's what I memed about before when I cast Breeze, so I saw Breeze play. But now he's returned to former glory and he is scaring OLADUSHEK to death, it seems. We'll go down to the Koreans on Runestones. It was also Breeze's home map.
This is Division 4, right? So theoretically, you could end up in the same division as Breeze. I guess probably will next season.
Yeah. Depends on signups always, but
don't psych yourself out.
I'm not scared of Breeze. It's
Okay,
not like he's playing like Ulla. And not anything I saw in these games makes me scared of Breeze. It just makes me scared for whatever strategy OLADUSHEK is doing.
Yeah.
Also, I've watched a few of the games since then. So I think it's more like little things. And I didn't play that bad, actually. It just needs a bit more training and a bit better. I overcooked some things and didn't really play concentrated on one weekend.
It happens. Real life sucks sometimes. You just want to play AoE.
I just tried to finish everything on the official timeline, then there was a full 1 week extension. It's making me a bit mad. Well, I guess
Yeah,
I won
true.
I won like 4 sets in the following week in RM, so you know, I've not lost a single series since then, and I played a lot of RM sets in the week after. It was just more like to win. I don't know. I still really like to win TSTC. But the other sets weren't as important, I guess. But we're going to Akarai. There's no Koreans anymore now, so I guess it will be Teutons versus Bohemians.
You really don't like the. I guess you are favoring SO on this map a lot. You don't think the Berbers or Magyars are possible?
Nah, yeah, that's what I think.
I'm gonna say.
I saw the Serengeti, right? And have a random where Magyars and Berbers are amazing.
Yeah, that's true. What was your guess?
Teutons Bohemians.
I think that is a pretty good guess. I'm gonna guess.
I would personally rather go
Teutons.
Sicilians, but I think OLADUSHEK rather goes Bohemians.
I'm gonna say Teutons Franks, and we're gonna have a throwing Axeman masterpiece. Why not?
But that wouldn't be a throwing out X-Men masterpiece, man. ETK take
It
1
could
damage
be.
from them.
OLADUSHEK didn't make Korean rocket carts on this map. You have no idea what he's gonna do.
Yeah, but if throwing X-Men masterpiece against Teutons, Reese can just make ETK. As much as I love throwing X-Men, ETK take 1 damage. That was simply my thing. I don't think we're gonna see that. Let's see.
Well.
You look! What sense does Franks make here? Okay, I guess you have your tabs on OLADUSHEK again. At least I was right about the Teutons, and you just copied me.
I really thought you were going to be right, so I just kind of threw out a guess here on the Franks, but alright. We'll see.
Will OLADUSHEK make a TC this game, yes or not?
It's another really bad Civ matchup. He might not. Right? What do the Franks even make against the Teutons if the game goes on?
They go Paladin all in, yeah. It actually makes some sense here to go all in at least.
We've kind of said that every single game.
No. I didn't think it made sense for me.
At 3 seconds.
I went to 5. Go to 3. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Maybe OLADUSHEK will make a town center and enough bombard cannons or something. They get heavy demo.
No, OLADUSHEK, don't go forward.
No, he's not
you know
getting
this
the
map.
castles.
I know you do.
He's played this. No.
Yes.
Oh, he remembers. Okay. No, he sends 2 villagers from his house. Well, it doesn't need the house rules if he gets the castle.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think he was running towards the castle, right? Yeah, I think he was trying to snipe the castle. He was trying to check if Reese knew the map, I think.
Well, sometimes people don't, it turns out.
Yeah, even in
so
Division 1.
It could have been a nice, yeah.
Valid. Okay, what's the build order for OLADUSHEK? 3 stables. I mean, we said we know the map, but he's making a lot of houses, given that he has 2 castles. And OLADUSHEK, a priest, of course, is making the ETK that countered the X-Men. The X-Men are also not just being made, but just having the castles. You always have to make your unique unit on this map. I think it's mandatory to make your unique unit. You have the castles for free, right? You can't pick a Civ that doesn't use it.
Even a terrible unique unit like
Urumi, just make them.
Should be made on this map, I think.
But Shotels are not. They get produced instantly. Like the rush thing can work.
Well, let's see. We definitely can't do one big push. I think it's better to
group them, though. I never grouped them because that's not how Griffin played it against me. But I think grouping them and sending them in as 2 groups would have worked better. Because people always went for these chicken castles. Like, here would totally work to send totals in. The build order is so open for OLADUSHEK, they would kill
true.
everything. Like,
He's making TCs. To be fair, he's got 3 TCs down now. 4? Okay, he's making a lot of TCs now. In very strange spots.
And demos. I like the demos. I like those dogs in the back just to make demos, because you need something to stop the Teuton army.
Does what wins in a Teutonic Knight and a Frank Paladin? Actually, don't know.
Knight, I would say. Oh, with this amount of HP. 110 HP. There's 3 more attack.
Yeah, probably.
And a lot more armor. 13 armor to what? 5 armor? Yeah, I think the Frank Knight wins.
There's a lot of HP on that Frank Paladin, but
it beats most elephants, right? Should beat the Paladin too.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
Okay, double castle at the front. OLADUSHEK isn't making anything right now, but a demo
switching
ship?
hand cannon.
Why do we have a transport ship? Oh, he doesn't know this is TDM Array where you can walk to the relics. He made a transport ship. No!
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh.
That's a classic. That's a classic for this. That's the original doesn't know there are castles on the map. Is not knowing you can walk on that water.
I mean, it at least means he knows the map in RM, right? Because in RM you can't walk over the water, and he thought that would be too much to do transport ships in DM, so he made the northern water walkable. Okay, we see drawing down castles now.
Castle gets some value if Breeze just wants to bring it down with SO, but he's going to back up.
The Teuton on it,
yeah, I think this is unwinnable for the Franks at this point, isn't it? Let's see.
Hand cannons, okay, that's a thought. Yeah, I like the hand cannon idea. I guess you need something to kill ETK. And as I said, X-Men isn't it, because they do 1 damage.
Yeah, just like hand cannon.
For once, X-Men are bad. Big exception.
I mean, ideally, hand cannon Paladin should maybe be able to do something, but I don't know, man. It relies on Breeze not being able to use these SO, I think, a little bit too much. OLADUSHEK does have the eco
the demos
lead.
will all get 1 shot. No, yeah. Oh, that still take out quite some health.
Decent.
Yeah, so find some Paladin shots though, and that's probably more value. OLADUSHEK still has a lot of gold because he didn't spend anything, right?
Yeah, his res is still looking pretty decent.
I think over the relics in the north. OLADUSHEK's gonna lose a castle to another castle.
Good bombard cannon shots, I suppose.
And the castle is dead.
A lot of sieges going down for Breeze. A lot of sieges going down for Breeze, actually.
Bombard cannons are finding some nice shots. OLADUSHEK loves bombard cannons, we know that, but here comes the counter shot. And the quick resign. After it. Because, well, all the castles at front are dead, so. Yeah, these matchups, I mean, it's hard out drafted, but at least OLADUSHEK made town centers.
Yep, and OLADUSHEK still has his best civs left. Somehow. After all this. So maybe there's a bit of a, not quite a reverse sweep, I guess it can't be anymore, but a little bit of a reversal at the end is possible.
So weird that he played like at least half the set against Nova before and looked so good, and now it's looking so different here. Well, I guess anything can happen in Div 4 as well. Same as in 2 and 3, which have been really back and forth.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear why he did this. There must have been some stratagem behind it that I'm not grasping. Obviously, like your draft is not good compared to Breeze's, so maybe just the Civ matchups always made him feel like he needed to go more all in.
I just realized that the best civs you said was the last 3 because I was still on the stats.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's right. It is what we said at the start. We're going to have a random. So it will be Berbers for Breeze. I think that's the best type for a random civ in existence. And they will meet against Sicilians, because that's the best civ OLADUSHEK has. Could be Vietnamese though. But Sicilians were drafted earlier, and I think he plays Bohemians on Serengeti, so I'm gonna say Sicilians Berbers.
Last map is Serengeti. I'm gonna say Vietnamese for OLADUSHEK. It probably should be Berbers. I'll say Magyars just to be different.
Alright, you're probably gonna be right again.
I've been bad, I feel like, for this set, but I guess I got a couple good guesses in.
Well, you guessed nonsense, but you were right. And you get 1 point again.
Okay.
And we have a very flowery map. A lot of flowers here on Hyperend. But otherwise kind of a restricted Arabia, I don't know, wooden round. We'll start with a siege workshop, that's really nice for the Sicilians. And we start with Savisa the Black. And he's aptly black on his logo, but he does look like a Hussar, so it's hard for the people to recognize that it's actually a much stronger unit than a Hussar. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's
21
crazy.
attack and 260 HP with regen, because he's a hero. Yeah, it's so dangerous, because you don't see it at first, right? I mean, maybe in-game he has a glow? Yeah, he does have a glow in-game, alright, so...
He does, okay,
the glow doesn't show from captured. So, okay, that's not as dangerous than this Scutian Hussar or something that doesn't have a glow. So you do notice it's a hero. Okay.
Good.
I'm at 1 second.
I'm at 2.
I'm at 2 as well now. 3, 2, 1, go. Sending Savisa? Please sending Savisa. He's using the siege workshop? No, but OLADUSHEK is using the siege workshop.
Where he's going? He's going the wrong way.
No! Well, it can
there
be
was
a
a
bit harder.
hyper-random recently where someone started in the desert, right? Was that on this tournament? Or was
yeah,
it
but you see there's like 5 golds to the left, right? And there's only 1 big gold to the north, so it should be clear from the gold positions.
Breeze lost.
Breeze doesn't know either.
Space too.
He goes to the 2 little golds. That's... I mean, I feel like it could be intuitive here with the little elevation and everything as well. But there have been ones that tricked you, but I feel like this isn't tricking, but maybe it's like reverse tricking the players.
Okay, OLADUSHEK has found... No, he hasn't. Now he has. Jeez, he saw the whole map.
Oh, he gets a villager with the Savisa. It only needs 2 hits.
There are a lot of villagers in here because...
Breeze still has no clue.
Oh my gosh.
Breeze is still Paladin, Hussar, Paladin, everywhere. Breeze has still no clue where OLADUSHEK's coming from, and it's a Cavalier rush for the Sicilians. No clue why it is a Cavalier rush for the Sicilians against the Paladin Civ. But I guess it's good if you know where your opponent is and your opponent doesn't know where you are.
Yeah, not usually something you need to worry about in DM, where your opponent is. It's usually extremely obvious, but...
Oh, start playing, my friend. It's something you need to learn when you start playing DM, how to quickly identify it. But this is Div 4, so we have some expectations.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, if you're practiced to some capacity, it's usually obvious. I'll put it that way.
Serengeti, I think. I mean, it's hard to realize all these things at the start. I think even if you play a bit, but in Div 9, 10, 11, I wouldn't necessarily expect it even on standard maps. Yeah, I mean, Paladin just feel pretty good here at the start. Where are the Halberdiers for the Sicilians? No Halberdiers, he has added TCs.
He doesn't have any barracks. So
he has a dungeon now, that could make Halberdiers.
Oh, true, I forgot that they can make halbs out of those now.
So many options to make Halberdiers for Sicilians. None used.
Yeah.
He's just playing this very orderly again, just with all the paladin cavalry. OLADUSHEK uses the market and sells stone again. What's all this stone? You're selling stone with the donjon chiefs. Like,
yeah, that
what's
doesn't feel
that
good.
thought? 11k wood, 11k food, 6k gold. This is worse than Eisen selling wood.
Now he's buying some back for one more dungeon. Oof.
And Eisen is what, Division 8?
Yep.
Good shots on
Okay,
the
good
cavals
shots
here.
here, yeah. The heavy cavalier, man, I don't know.
It wasn't OLADUSHEK's day.
disheartened here, I think.
Yeah, well.
I
GG,
think there is.
I guess. You could just make Help SO here, right? You're so close
Yeah.
together. If you get an early castle up, make Help SO. It's an easy push against Magus. If you survive the start, it's a great map against the Sicilians. He was clearly surviving the start because Priest didn't know where the base was. And if it's just Help SO, then the push distance is so small and you cluster the middle with dungeons there and play Help SO. It's a really, really hard map to play for Magus then.
Yeah, definitely the best Civ matchup OLADUSHEK has seen so far, but not if you just make Cavalier. Even if it was just like heavy Sergeant play, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Oh, the Pierce armor is pretty decent, right? So, yeah.
Well, with SO, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, like, but it's mainly heavy SO play, right? He also only added 2 workshops further. But yeah, I mean, barracks or donjon, something that can produce your infantry meteor instead of the.
That's true. They even
tons of insistence on
workshop.
Cavalier in this series by OLADUSHEK with Mayans and with Sicilians. And somehow Breeze seems to be getting into everybody's head in this division. Because I think everybody in Div 4 is playing a lot worse when they're playing with Breeze. Breeze is doing nothing special. It's not like with Ulla, where I see the games and see like, oh god, this game is really Div 1 material. Breeze is playing a good season. He's playing better than I've seen him in previous seasons. And he might be on a good level, but it's like, I feel like the opponents are just like defeating themselves because they're scared of Breeze.
Well, half the battle is mental, so Breeze is winning them correctly, I suppose. I don't know how he's doing it, but
yeah. I posted a battle of him as Jesus, so maybe that's what did it. I don't know. But OLADUSHEK is staring down the potential of the same fate as Legend. A05. And the same fate as Huggy. Then Breeze is like 5-4'd everybody, right? Even Nova didn't play because they didn't match the schedule. If Breeze wins this next game, he has a clean sweep. Kingston didn't play.
Oh, true.
And he 3-0'd all the other matches, and the Breeze vs Nova was missing because they couldn't agree on a time on the last weekend.
That's disappointing. That Kingston. He only got
Kingston
one set
promised
right?
multiple times to play his series for multiple weeks and let Sniper down every time. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. I mean, last season it was on the edge as well, and then he did it, so there was some expectation that he would do that again.
I thought he was going to cram them all in the last week, but...
Yeah, that's also what we thought. But... maybe one should start playing the sets a bit earlier.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But that was a win for the Magyars over the Sicilians. We have Bohemians, Vietnamese, Berbers, and Cubans as options for the final map, which is Serengeti. What do you think will it be?
It should probably be Berbers versus Bohemians, but I wonder if... I love the Berbers. They're almost inarguably the best Civ in DM this season. Is there ever a world where you pick Cumans here against these two Civs specifically? I feel like they both match up okay against the Berbers for OLADUSHEK.
I would say no. I would ever consider Cumans here, especially on Serengeti. It's a super long map. Humans are totally nerfed. Don't think humans are great against. Well, humans can be okay against Vietnamese, I guess, if you just play them habits otherwise.
Yeah, I guess Bohemians feel pretty good. Yeah, it should be Berbers Bohemians, I think. But who knows this set?
I am saying Berbers Vietnamese. I think there's a chance to do something with elephants against Berbers.
Okay. Looking forward to seeing Kumans here.
I was right about the Vietnamese though.
It actually is Kumans. Alright.
I'm so bad at predicting this so for. I'm at 5 seconds.
I'm also at 5 seconds.
Oh, wait a second though, we got a raid! Emma Stonewalls is joining us for Div 5. And I fear they're raiding into ads, but at least for everybody that's here, let's see a shout out ad. Should I wait with that? But I don't want to wait with the game any longer. Stream crashed, so you could not bring everybody. Dang it. Anyways, you're getting a shout out regardless. Let's see the clip.
Yes.
That's a big head. Okay, was that the test for wearing the sombrero on stream? Or what was that clip? Your first
I'm a
stream?
fashion icon, always.
I don't know, someone clipped it. Oh, it does look good and big with the head on.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the Raiders are not affected by ads, so should we go into game 5?
Sure. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. This is a pretty bad matchup. I mean, is it a bad I don't know, you can play it Havis, I said, but Humans on Serengeti feels weird, because it's so long to rush. But I guess humans aren't only the rush, it is 4 stables though. Into 3 barracks early, so we're not only thinking about the rush for Breeze.
Yeah, I'm concerned OLADUSHEK is so demoralized at this point that maybe he won't survive the rush, but we'll see. He hasn't really been rushed down yet.
Yeah, I'm scared as well. I don't see any barracks. Elephants are pretty slow if the step lances are coming. Humans obviously very hard rushed because everybody new here. They get step husbandry as unique tech, which means they are very, very fast out of the bat in deathmatch because they get fast producing cavalry units that can kill through walls, and that's very, very threatening.
And the step lances are coming. Is OLADUSHEK walled up here? Not really.
OLADUSHEK has made an early market in order to sell all the stone.
Yeah.
Which he shouldn't do, but he's been doing that in this set so far. Don't do this at home though.
It's a disaster,
at least he hasn't sold
man.
stone
I think
yet.
He's just dead. I don't think he's gonna get a chance to.
Yeah, humans against a real DMer with an OLADUSHEK start is maybe not good news, and maybe Breeze knew that. That's why I didn't go for the bet. And Vietnamese made sense, I think, as a counter pick to Berbers, so humans reverse Uno'd him a bit here as well. And yeah, we're selling stone again. Well, memes have to be born, I guess.
Do Vietnamese do better against Berbers than the Bohemians?
I would say so.
Okay.
Only Pikeman makes it hard against elephants, right? And then Red Archers are pretty good against all the units that Berbers want to make. All the villagers are dead.
Oh.
Two villagers for Olad.
Super dead. He's gonna try for a forward castle with
those
find
those two even. Or not? Or not? Or not? Or not? Or not? No, he's not looking. He's developing his economy. He said the rush did enough damage. He's not looking at the final step lances. He's making castles. He's making TCs. He's transitioning to LVSO as you should in this matchup.
Yeah, step lancers are running out. Not a unit you want long term, so especially against elephants.
Yeah, Priest doing this really well, stopping at like 30 step lancers or something, or 40 what he made. That's really good human play by him. I mean, Priest is impressing me. But...
Yeah, he's identified that the elephants are actually reaching a pretty good number now. For those, you need Halb SO or Halb Siege in some capacity.
Yeah, I mean, was always gonna be, right? He did the early barracks, so he was like, even from his starting build, he was ready to transition to Halb SO after the Step Lancer rush. And he did a lot right here. Now he should have the army to stop the elephant ball. The first elephant rattan army can still be very scary though. Oh, but the micro, it's kind of all clumped
Terrible
inside
fight.
each
The
other.
pathing is tough, yeah. Not sure how much the Kipchaks are gonna be doing in this fight, but I still like to see them around.
Oh, they're free, right? Human mercenaries.
Oh, true. You're right. You're right.
You're only making them.
I like their little hats. Do they always have the hats, or was that part of the last update?
No, I think they were bald, right? They were baldy boys. They always were baldy boys.
Yeah.
Dave was identifying with them when we saw so many Kipchaks early in DE.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the hats must be the elite upgrade. I didn't notice them yet, but...
They look like little Santa hats in the icon.
Ooh. Well, big fight at the front. Siege Onagers and Rams are forward. The Rams to soak up the red and fire against the infantry. Kind of makes sense, actually.
It's a good military for OLADUSHEK. Elephants, Rattans. Kind of what you want here, I think. Couple
I like the Ram edition for Priest. It's one I wouldn't have thought of, but against the red and fire to protect the habitats. Some Rams in front of the SO, that's super smart.
A lot of elephants go down. Some SO went down, but Breeze has so many of them. He can afford to lose quite a few, and he's still fine.
The Herbisaur Mars is forward. OLADUSHEK has no eco. The siege has started. It's down the hill, at least. I think there's a hill, but the castle isn't on it, right? Yeah, the hill ends before the castle, so same elevation on the trimming.
Not great either, so this should be a pretty quick treb.
Only hoardings, no armor. Especially weak to, like, units therefore, right? Against traps. The armor isn't that important.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's still HP though, isn't it, also?
Yeah, it's HP, well. At least it's 1,000 more in hoardings. Human castles, on the other hand, have at least masonry, so this matters more here, because there's a lot of army attacking a castle on the left side. OLADUSHEK is trying to elephant down a castle.
Yep, these are not war elephants, so they don't have tremendous damage versus buildings.
Hi Mojito, how have the sets been? We've been casting Priest sets, and he seems to very demoralize his opponents, so they've been a bit one-sided.
OLADUSHEK sells the rest of his stone, okay. He's in perfect position now.
OLADUSHEK, that's often that's not adding TCs and selling all your stone in this series.
I don't remember him doing either of those things in any of the other games I've seen from him.
No, it's so weird. Why are they all so scared of Priest? I mean, one can see why here in this, because Priest is playing an amazing human game, but...
Yeah, this is probably as good as Priest has looked this series. He looks in his bag here. Kumans are a tough civ to play, but he's done them very well here.
Elephant Rattan is still strong. I mean, they killed a lot of the army. Army count is actually in favor of OLADUSHEK. I just think the economy won't be able to support it for long, and he's completely out of food. So, yeah, and Priest has the map control. And he once again is doing these far out expansion castles that are nicely securing resources, same as it did with his Legend. And I guess I was complaining a lot about Legend making the castles next to the hills. But I have to apologize to Legend. Making all your castles on Serengeti next to the hills is still a lot better than selling all of them.
Yeah, true. Can't put bad castles down if you sell all your stone. 5-head play.
Yeah, well, it's still better to put the bad castles down than to sell the stuff. Legend Unity.
It's a nice castle for OLADUSHEK.
Yeah, at least he's making the one castle that he's making on a hill. And he's on stone, so maybe he can sell more. Or use it.
Military is still sort of low for Breeze as well. Kuman's not really a civ you necessarily want to fight at a military deficit.
Yeah. He's strong, but like OLADUSHEK doesn't have any siege to kill anything with it, right? He has 5 bombard cannons. It takes quite long to kill a castle. He's
another situation
he's at 54 villagers like in game 1.
Yeah. If
Spend it all on
just had a little bit
elephants.
more eco, he might be okay, but he doesn't even have the food to make villagers with anymore.
Yeah, this is a bit like game 1. He has a chance still, even though the start went terrible, or in case of game 1, even though the civ matchup was maybe not what he would have wished for. But if he played it less all in, there was a good chance. His original army of red and elephants, and he still has most of it alive, did pretty well. Now we're shifting onto the right side, makes sense. Lots of resources there that Breeze is taking right now. OLADUSHEK making all his castles on hills. At least the castles that he is making are well positioned.
OLADUSHEK hasn't even gotten the relics this series. Are we sure this is OLADUSHEK? Did someone steal his account for this series in particular?
Yeah, I mean, besides the love, but he's making a lot of bombard cannons instead of and 0 onagers, so that feels like OLADUSHEK.
True. True, you especially need treadmill crane in order to get all the stone up the hill to make those castles, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. That's how I guess. Oh, you just need more, I don't know, the Vietnamese society worked at the times. Workers or slaves?
Yes, I don't know either. OLADUSHEK's on the pushback.
Peasants.
Blurring up everything on the right side. He's winning the fight at the front.
Yeah. It's not bad if he had villagers.
Is Breeze running into the not sure what to make as the Kumans in the late game problem that a lot of players have?
It's more the mid game. I think the late game is pretty clear.
He's making Kipchaks against Vietnamese. That feels so bad.
It's just making them because he made more castles and they're free. I trust.
Are they still free? How many free do you get?
5 per castle, and he made more castles, so he gets more free.
Yeah. You think he's actually specifically queuing them up in the new castles only?
Oh, you queue them anywhere.
Oh, okay, okay.
You just have another button for the free ones than you have for the costing ones.
I see. I don't think I've
I think I clicked the button for the free ones, but I'm not sure I have a hotkey for it actually. Thinking right now if I have a hotkey for the free ones, but I think I clicked them. The picture. Because there's like, on the left side of the castle is the standard key for making Kipchaks, and the right side there's another picture with the free ones.
Oh really? That's a completely different, interesting.
It's a different unit. It also shows up in the overlay as a different unit, I think, on CA. So if he made the costing ones, I think we would have seen 2 different Kipchaks at the top.
I suppose that makes sense. That's how they'd have to code it, I suppose.
Yeah, we can only assume things in AoE2 code.
Yeah.
I actually talked to Kellen the other night, and we were talking about why the pathing in this game is so unfixable and what it has to do with the coding structure of this game. Not that I could say anything about it.
Did you figure
I'm
it
not
out?
sure if I would even be allowed to say anything about it, but it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I forgot all the words that he used because I really have no clue of coding. But there's usually two things, and in Age of Empires 2 in modern games and in Age of Empires 2 they're the same, so it consists of a lot of feedback loops. That's why it's so hard to fix pathing. I think that was something I can talk about, because it's more of a defense of the devs why they can't fix pathing.
Yeah. They do a pretty good job, considering. They always fix the thing, right? It just causes other things to happen, so it is what it is.
Yeah,
with
that's
a 20-year-old
exactly
game.
like the issue. You mentioned that a lot of people come to them and say, yeah, I'm an experienced coder, I can fix pathing for you. And then they tell them, yeah, look at the code first before you say that. And then they're like, oh. But OLADUSHEK is clearly in this game. He's 100 army and he's almost pop capped. He has 80 villagers, which is the most he's had in the series. After only having 2 at the start. And Breeze is not uniting an army. And long games I've seen that happen to Breeze in previous seasons before. It's so weird because there was Legends problem, but
usually the SO would be the answer, but it feels like Breeze hasn't been able to get good shots on them yet.
Yeah, and OLADUSHEK is doing it well now, splitting Breeze apart, right? He has this beautiful hill castle on the left, keeping his attention. They're going in the middle, the elephants. Some elephants are in the right. It's super hard to address for an Hell Besoa army if you spread the elephants all over the map. And that's why elephant civs can be good on Serengeti. If you play them like OLADUSHEK is now, elephants in all the places, super hard to defend. Because you need attention for your SO way more than you need attention for the elephants.
Yeah, good paladin raids by Breeze in OLADUSHEK's base, but OLADUSHEK, as long as he keeps this army alive, doesn't really need a ton of eco. He's got 60 Rattan archers.
And there's even elephants there to defend the raids magically, because elephants are normally not at defending raids.
Yeah.
And that's OLADUSHEK, why you should have played for the late game against Breeze, because it's looking good for you, even with 50 villagers. Once you hit the late game, it's completely fine for you. Why did you have to all in this set?
Imagine if he played for this game state in every game. I think my prediction would have been.
I guess he learned from this for the remaining games against Nova that happened after this.
I guess.
I mean, the rates for Breeds are good. I don't think this game's over yet. The villager count for OLADUSHEK is very, very worrying. He's killing the base at the front, but 65 villagers in a late game, kind of mid to late game situation.
Breeze has no military. He's got 3 paladin, and a bunch of halbs, which are not useful.
And
here
he doesn't have gold,
marches.
yeah. And he doesn't have gold. I don't know. I think you could play on here as Breeze because the raids.
No. He's getting his eco crunched on the left-hand side by elephants.
He can't see OLADUSHEK's will count. I bet he's assuming OLADUSHEK's will count is like 100 still, and it was 120 before.
Probably.
And he doesn't know it was 80, and then now it's 60. If he knew the starting will count before the raids of OLADUSHEK, I think he would play on. He's someone who rather plays on usually.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean these elephants in the eco are, yeah, that's a lot of exposed eco that's gonna die. And you're being pushed at the same time, so I can see it. But if you go for raids, you have some hopes in them, right?
And I guess he's out of gold, so he can't make paladin anymore. It's a tough spot.
There's a lot of resource for help. Don't really want to play Skirm against Threatened Archers with humans. No Bracer, yeah. It's tough. Yeah. OLADUSHEK achieves something that nobody else achieved. In Division 4, he takes a game of Breeze. Still think he had a lot more chances to take more games of Breeze if he approached the other games a bit differently. But at least it isn't the 5. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not how I expected to get here, but it is your prediction from the start of the set.
True, yeah. Congratulations to Breeze. Congratulations to OLADUSHEK for achieving to take a game off Breeze, which is something to be proud of in Div 4, because he's the only one who's managed it.
Yeah, OLADUSHEK's a beast. Just play more to your game, and you'll do well. Not these 1 TC plays and sell all your stone.
Don't be LSD. LSD's catching a lot of strays. But he played so much like LSD in multiple of these games, and it's really not that advisable when you have a good late game. When you actually have a good late game. For LSD, it's a way to get around the late game, because
right.
I don't have ever seen him play late game besides the 2-hour game against Warpath, where he was so ahead that even he had to make eco after 2 hours. But OLADUSHEK can do it, and pretty effortlessly do it.
Yeah, he's really good once he gets going, but I'm sad we didn't get to see more of it, just because I would have liked to see these two players match up in a late game situation more often.
Yeah. And what did we say about OLADUSHEK's draft? It gets better the later it gets. So how fitting is it that he wins with his last pick as the only civilization?
And Breeze doesn't play the Berbers of all civs.
That's also really wild, yeah. But that comes to the weird Korean pick, like not on Accurate, right? Then he could have avoided playing Teutons and played Berbers there. That's why I was so surprised. I would have thought everybody plays Berbers. It made sense for the last game if you're expecting Vietnamese.
Yeah,
as a counter pick to Berbers than to play Cubans, so I was fine with that decision, but he could have played them earlier.
Well, is that going to be it for you, or do you want to attempt the last set you had planned?
No, it's almost 2 AM. That's it for me. I was just hoping to get 2. It was completely fine to do the second one now, but I should go to sleep eventually as well. Will you or Mojito cast more? I mean, we have a raid.
I think I won't. I'm happy to be done casting, but I appreciate you asking me on. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming, man. Let's give you a shout out.
Yeah, plenty of Tarnished Deathmatch games coming up, so I'm sure I'll be casting them again.
Oxygen is mixing up the avenue of attack here, swinging all
remember
that
when
army
Oxygen was
south
actually
up
playing
into
sets?
the north now.
The
castle is denied, but don't worry, there's 2,000 gold still in the bank for
season
Oxygen.
anymore.
Yeah, he didn't play a single game this season.
He had some of my favorite games from last season as well. He had almost a wood game on Silver Swamp that I loved, but oh well.
Oh, was he the running